Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. As I'm recording this, the campaign is actually finished. And don't worry, I have a lot of content from the campaign for you to watch. But the thing is, I got kind of hooked on the game, so I was playing it quite a lot and recording at least 2 episodes a day, maybe even 4 on the weekends. So yeah, I've got a huge backlog of episodes to upload, and I'm gonna stick to 1 episode a day for uploading, because I don't think anyone is gonna watch 2 and 3 episodes a day of this. But I will be a bit more selective of which episodes I actually upload, because due to the nature of the game, not every episode is gonna be that exciting. At least not the ones I've recorded. So I'm gonna, instead of, well, let me put it this way. If I were to upload every single episode I recorded, this campaign would keep going for another 2 months, because there's like 60 episodes in my backlog. The campaign went on until 1950, and I do want to start another campaign, but I want to play it not be so far ahead of the upload schedule, if that makes sense, so that I can take your comments into consideration when I play. I think that will be a bit more fun, both for me and for the audience. Of course, any comment you leave on the Colin campaign episodes, like it because the next 50 episodes are already recorded, I can't really take them into account. So there's that. I want to do better for the next campaign in that regard. So yeah, don't be surprised if you're watching this and it's suddenly a month or 2 later in game, like since the last episode, and there's maybe the war with France, it suddenly ended. That's just because, well, in this case, the war that is currently going on with France, they only have a couple of ships left, and it's not that exciting to watch me try and hunt down a fleeing destroyer. And that's gonna happen a lot, also for future wars in the campaign, because you do get a couple of big, huge, exciting battles, and then a bunch of trying to mop up the rest. So I'm gonna save you from that and be a little bit more selective with the episodes. Only give you the highlights, give you the ship designs that end up mattering in the campaign. Some ships I design and then scrap them before they're even finished, because I get some new technology and I get to design something better and more exciting. So yeah, have fun. This is going to be a long episode, by the way. A couple of huge battles against the Germans. I hope you will enjoy it. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And it seems we finally have a war with Germany. German Empire is threatening us that they will declare war on us if we do not show a sign of reducing the tension against their country. They ask from us to invest a portion of our naval funds on their own industry as a sign of goodwill. Yeah, no. I do not want your goodwill. There is a war, and my economy is saved. Just give war a chance. Okay. So, wow. That's a death ball. But I do know that the Germans do not have radar. I saw them a couple of turns ago. Yeah. Coincidence Rangefinder 5. Which is in the research tree. It's here. And after researching that, then you get the stereoscopic... Yeah, Coincidence 5. And then you get the stereoscopic 4 and 5, and then the radar. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, they don't have radar yet. Cruiser design, what am I researching here? 21,000 tons heavy cruiser. Could be useful. And I'm also getting full oil burners. That should help with like funnel capacity. And also, what else does it help with? Boiler weight. Does make the ship more expensive though. And I get some more. Ooh, I get the super battleship, which I might. My current shipyard size is 89,000 tons. I'm upgrading it to 99,000, but it's gonna take like a year and a half. Anyway, in case I did not upload the previous episode, what I've done in the meantime, well, the previous episode that I recorded, because there was no war, what I did in that one, I designed some new battleships. They're gonna, the Werewolf class, I'm building 4 of those. Let's see here, Werewolf, yeah, 4 of those. They're gonna replace the Zealandia and Majestic class battleships. And the Wisharts, they're gonna replace the Vanguard class battleships. These have 3 times 2 16-inch guns. The Werewolf class has 3 times 2 18-inch guns. And then I'm also building the Brazen, which is quite a bit cheaper than the other ones. These are gonna replace the Prince of Wales class battleships. All my older battleship classes have been refit. Let me just show you what they look like now. I also designed a new destroyer, because I can put double guns on destroyers now. These are the Wishart class. They're gonna replace my Vanguards. As you can see, they have 6 16-inch guns. The Brazens, they're quite a bit cheaper. These are gonna replace my Prince of Wales class battleships. These have 6 15-inch guns. The Werewolves are gonna replace my Majestic and Zealandias, so these have 18-inch guns. These are gonna be my biggest and most expensive battleships. Well, the Wisharts are pretty much the same price. Oh, almost a couple of million difference. Not that it matters when you're talking about a cost of 125 million. The budget was 127, by the way. So yeah, expensive boys. The Wisharts have a bit more armor, a bit more other protection systems than the Werewolves, because in addition to the budget being a limit, I ran into the weight limit of the hull, which I of course also had to reduce to meet the budget. Other than that, my older ships have been refit. Okay, this is the current Zealandia. Yep, that's the one. Got 9 16-inch guns. And also the Majestic got, what does she have? 9 15-inch guns. So they're gonna be replaced by the Werewolf. I've got 2 of these and 2 of the Zealandias in service at the moment. My Vanguards have also been upgraded, so there's gonna be quite a bit of time until I get my new ships into service, so they're gonna have to serve in the war that just started. So these now have 15-inch guns, up from 14. And yeah, even the Indomitables have been refit again. That's not the most recent Indomitable, is it? Yeah, no, it is. I had to remove a turret because once I started the refit, they automatically got upgraded to Mark IV 11-inch guns, and these turrets are just physically larger than the Mark IIIs, so there was no room for a turret here unless I pushed everything forward, and then I got a 4-weight offset, so removed it. It's now got 3 turrets. I used the saved weight to make it a little bit faster, and it's also got the radar. And the radar does a lot of good things. It gives me a lot of tower spotting. 150%, so these will now spot targets out to almost 20,000 meters. My newest chips, let's take a look at this one for an example. We'll detect them out to 30,000. So that's a big advantage. Means I don't really need my destroyers to spot ahead of the fleet. I can spot pretty much everything myself. But it does mean that whenever the enemies get it, and I know the Germans do not have it, the Italians and French might, because they focus different things on the tech tree. And yeah, let's go. Let's get some battles going. And we have some battles going. The Italian Empire offers an alliance agreement, but needs a considerable financial aid. 2.3 billion. Yeah, what value can they be of us if they don't have money for their own navy? And also, I don't want them as my ally, because then it's gonna be hard to start a war with them in the future. Let's see here. Vanguards. These are older ships, but they've been upgraded. Also got some upgraded Latonas, a Calliope, and 4 of the Nith class destroyers. Let's try and fight it out. I'm also very curious to try out my new quote-unquote ships. Not the ones I'm building, but the ones I built just after the wars with Italy and France that just haven't seen action yet. My good old Indomitables are still at their ports around in the Mediterranean. They're not really, when compared to some of the more modern ships, although they are battle cruisers in name, they're more like heavy cruisers now. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what the Germans have. Are they still using those? Oh. Yeah, I think they're still using those old heavy cruisers. That's a massive navy though. Yeah, let's see what my okay, these are all veterans now still. Okay. They were in mothballs for a while, so I was afraid like the crew would be reduced to not conscript, but cadet level when I put the crew back in, but no. They retained their veteran status. Top speed, this formation, 26 knots. 26. The Calliope should still have some of the best spotting here, so I can send her out ahead. The Nith class, older class of destroyers, I deleted their design, so I can't refit them anymore, which is kind of sad. So I can't give them the double guns, but I'm just gonna have to make use of them while they are around. Weather is not great. Radar generation 1. So I should spot them from quite a distance. There we go. How far out? "12 kilometers, so these must be destroyers or something. And you can see the radar pings out here. And the Calliope is the one spotting all of these ships, not the DDs. So it's the destroyer swarm that I'm the most worried about. See what kind of torpedo range do the Germans have now. 4.4? 4.4. Okay. 4.4. So their DDs, I think, are not the newest. Because I know the Germans are ahead of me in torpedo technology. Well, they should be, because they were previously. There we go. Of course, even if I have a torpedo, no, a tower spotting range of many kilometers, it doesn't mean I will spot destroyers that far out, because they have the lower detection range. Taking care of the enemy destroyer swarms. That's first priority. There we go, she's done. What are the enemy light cruisers made of? Let's take a look at this first. 4.4 still. 9.5 kilometer torpedo range. So these are quite a bit newer. And they are also fast. Let's see, what else do they have? Coincidence 4. Crop 3. Like okay armor for a light cruiser. Deck armor is kind of weird, but okay. And no weight offset. The guns are nice and long. It's not a bad design. The hull is a little bit old. Do the Germans not have any more modern hulls researched for the cruisers? It could be the case. I think her torpedoes exploded. I don't think she launched. Okay. Now let's take a look at the German battleships and battle cruisers, because they've been identified. That's one of the older ones, I think. Yeah, short-barreled, 10-inch guns, slow, lots of armor. Crop 3. Well, it looks like one of the older ones, but it's no, it's not the same class as I faced like 20 years ago. It's got fewer guns, but they're still kind of small and weird. Battle cruiser. 26 knots. It's kind of slow for a battle cruiser. 36 million budget. A little bit of a weight offset. They're kind of normal length. 15 twos. Mark 1. 11-inch main belt. Decent deck armor. Crop 3. Turbine engines. Stereoscopic 3. Okay, nothing much to worry about yet in the German Navy. Other than just the sheer number of ships they have. They were up to 250 ships almost at one point. But then they had a little war with France, and then there was an update to the game which made the AI more likely to scrap old designs. So I saw them scrap a bunch of ships like a few turns ago, just after that patch came out. That's why I was at first a little bit surprised to see those old battleships, but it was not the same class, they just looked the same. Torpedo detonation is not launched. Torpedo boat. Okay, she has torpedoes in the water. It's worrisome. There they are. Oh, frick's sake. Get out of the line of fire. Let's keep sailing up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have my DDs retreat. Don't let her launch torpedoes. Nice. What kind of heavy cruisers are the Germans fielding? It's an updated design. Ah, yes, I remember this from my 1920 campaign in Germany, way back in the day. You can build some good ships on this hull. It doesn't look like the Germans built a good ship though. Big weight offsets. Kind of small guns for a heavy cruiser, not that fast. Decent armor. Crop 4, so that's very decent armor. But not really dangerous. That's that class again. That's that thing. This is a different class, 14-2s. Mark II. That's, you know, you can put some guns back here, you know. 4-weight offset, yeah. I can imagine. Pitch and roll, terrible. Armor, okay. It's crop 1 though. For 29 million you can build something better. This is a pretty decent heavy cruiser by the looks. No, it's not. Weight offset 58.8. Short barrels. Armor meh, and it's crop 2. But that's a good hull to build a heavy cruiser on. So at least the Germans have finally gotten some decent heavy cruiser hulls. Maybe one day they're gonna do something good with them. light cruisers, still kind of lacking. So I'm just gonna pull my heavy cruisers like slightly back, so they can be shielded by the battleships and not the other way around. Because the torpedo threat has been reduced. So great. Great maneuvering. Because my battleships should be able to take the pounding better than the their heavy cruisers do not have torpedoes, except for that one. Now she's dead. Turn a bit more. And I do like the aggressiveness I'm seeing from the AI in this patch. They're actually coming towards me and trying to swarm me, while presumably the battleships are staying back to support from range. Might just be what it looks like though. Could be the AI is just derping around with no rhyme or reason. It just happens to look like something that almost resembles a tactic. Yeah, get these light cruisers out. They've got very long range torpedoes. And I rate them as more dangerous than the heavies. Now that the cruiser swarms are being deleted, I can soon go to work on deleting some of their battleships and battle cruisers. Hey, you two. Come here. that one with the battleships. What kind of accuracy am I getting? 39%. I mean, that's not too terrible at 11 kilometers. What kind of 4 belt armor did you have? 5 point something inches. Just sink this one and then switch to this battleship. And yeah, the AI has run out of names for the German Navy. So that's why they all have like numbers and stuff. So in the French, they have the same problem basically. Now this one with the 14-2s. The cruisers can focus the light cruiser. I'm not sure, do the Germans... No, they do have sight on me from that light cruiser. Let's get these DDs. Oh, they're both dead. Yeah, they did not get the launch. Just casually executing any ship that comes close. Having veteran crew, that helps a lot. Getting a radio ping somewhere up there. Now that's an old heavy cruiser. This is like outdated trash. This should have been scrapped. Smoke spotted southeast. I have my light cruiser on the way at full speed. Where's the radar ping? Calliope, no ammo. She's fired everything. These guys are running low also. What am I even hunting? A couple of light cruisers? They're probably running. In that case, I'm not gonna hunt them. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's quite a few light cruisers they had. 31 knots. 29. 31. 31. 31. 31. Even though my light cruiser is faster, if they were running and at a head start, it would have taken a very, very long time. Let's take a look at the damage. $94, $59, $97, $67. Not bad. A good bunch of damage from my heavy cruisers also. And the CL, who fired all of her ammunition, did 21,000. I mean, you can't really complain. But we have more battles to fight. So, which port did these ships return to? Peace treaty? No, we just started. We're just getting started. The Aryan and Zealandia, as well as the Prince of Wales's. Both of my Sydney class heavy cruisers. And some of the Pluckies. Oh yeah, the Plucky, that's the 4 DDs I made that were a little bit more torpedo focused. Okay, let's see. Z class, 14 threes, 38 million, 37, 37, 44. O class, 4 times 2, 15 twos. C class, 25 million. Okay, so they have ships in the 40 million range. But they also have a lot of like outdated stuff in the 25 million range. L class battlecruisers, 15 twos. F class heavy cruiser, W class, 22 million. So that's similar budget to my Latona class. Class heavy cruiser, 24 million. That's even more expensive. Let's fight. And now the game is gonna have to start like setting up all those enemy ships and rendering them and stuff. So that's why the loading time is gonna be it's gonna be time. Being the only one with a radar so far is a huge advantage. But I don't know if the Italians and French have it yet. I know we are at least on par with some technologies, because I've been watching what they research every turn. And they are ahead of me on torpedoes, at least the Germans are. It's gonna be another couple of turns until I research the 9-kilometer torpedo. In which case, and when that happens, I will have to design some new destroyers. "21 battleships." So that's the Erin, leading a formation of 3 Prince of Wales class battleships. That's the Renown and the Zealandia. Okay, the Prince of Waleses are actually faster. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something here. Detach. Detach. Erin, you are Division 1. Zealandia, you are joining the no, that's not what I wanted. The Erin is Division 4. Excuse me. There we go. Marlborough, Division 5. Still Division 5. Still Division 5. There we go. The Prince of Waleses are now their own division, and the Zealandias are their own division. The Sydneys and Latonas, they can work together for now. That's fine. They are similar enough. Well, the Sydney is basically a Latona with, what, 33% more gun. "26, 26, and you can only go 26. Why is the torpedo nonsense enabled? So do I have any radar pings? What's the weather like? Not great. Radar ping all the way out here. There you go, contact. Torpedoes are out. Run. Getting lots of torpedo hits. Of course, I should have saved my torpedoes for this cluster of enemies here. Okay, let's slow things down a bit. Okay, you have torpedoes in the water. She got off one more torpedo before dying. I think it might actually hit something. No? No, avoided. It's lagging a bit. Turn the torpedoes off so I don't get any friendly damage. Now these Zealandias, having never been in combat before, are of course not crewed by veterans. Sink this light. Before she drops torpedoes. Yeah, she's done. And we get some more coming in here. She has torpedoes. Secondaries. Very good. So far no losses, no serious damage.
torpedo, no, some destroyers skulking about. 4.4 kilometer range. 4.4. They are 21 inch though, so they are big torpedoes. I can have my own destroyers deal with them. Yeah, it's a big German fleet. Uh-oh. Torpedoes incoming. I think the Zealandia will make it. Oh, just got hit on the stern. It looked like she was gonna avoid them. Okay, get some more torpedoes coming in. I think the safest would just be to take it on the belt. The Erin is still going strong. Okay, what I need to do now is to have my fleet turn about and screen the Zealandia. As she retreats. Because in the end it doesn't really matter if I go up here and shoot at the enemy or if I shoot at them from like down here. All right. And I will have to look at the damage numbers after the battle to see if it's really worth going for 16-inch guns, like on the Erin here. You can speed up. Torpedoes incoming. Let's see if this actually works now. They actually do any... they do some dancing. The Africa took some hits. Africa, you can detach, and didn't I just tell you to detach? I did. What's happening here now? And then you can retreat. Rest of the formation just keep going and catch up with the Zealandia. Africa has a hard time retreating with her engines being out. Zealandia, you can actually retreat this way and just keep your guns firing. Oh, frame rate. Yeah, I think there's no saving the Africa. It's being ganged up on. Okay, okay. Let's turn more up here. Erin, you're also coming. You guys can now slow down to, let's say 25. Let the Erin catch up. And the cruisers. Let's just make sure these DDs don't sink my battleship. Africa taking all the aggro. Of course, there's no way of saving her now. There you go. Erin scoring hits on the massive battleship formation. So far I've mostly been fending off destroyer and light cruiser attacks. Not gotten to do much about their massive battleship fleet yet. So 42 million for my very upgraded Prince of Wales class battleships. Dare say that's a pretty good, like that's good value for money, I think. Africa went down. F in the comments for the heroic Africa. Okay, yeah, she went down. Now, it's time to start working on the battleships. So that's 40 something million for a Prince of Wales, 91 for the Zealandia. Hang on, where are my DDs? They are down here. Didn't I tell you to go hunt? Zealandia. Firing at 2.9% accuracy. At 25 kilometers. While secondaries are engaging the DDs. Which ship are you shooting at? That one. Let's see, are those shells gonna hit? Here they come. No. All right. That's a lot of battleships. O class, that was their most expensive one. Okay, we have enemy heavy cruisers up here. The O class has been damaged. We can actually target that one. Not the O class, that's another ship blowing up. And they're coming at me with light cruisers again. What? They have destroyers on the heavies? No torpedoes? Let's sink this. Okay, she has no more torpedoes. You do not have torpedoes. You do not have torpedoes. And I'm not too worried about your what was it, 6-inch guns? No. Now let's take a look at the other side of the battlefield. Where are my destroyers? There, screen. Secondaries. And other than that, just keep pumping out those 16-inch shells. Torpedo incoming. There it is. The Erin is taking a lot of fire, but is not really taking much damage. Okay, it looks like Sydney avoided. Torpedo, yeah. Come on now. Secondaries, please. Okay, I guess that was main guns. was only supposed to be secondaries. Main guns. And then secondaries, yes. Because this ship is currently spotting my formation. I'm not a big fan. Can you sink that ship yet, Aaron? Didn't pay 90 million for you not to be able to sink this thing. Okay, forget it. It's, the engines are out, it's not going anywhere. Switch to some of the damaged battleships. Like that one. What is the Zealandia targeting? The O-class. Presumably doing a good job of it. There are the DDs. Not really hitting the enemy DD with the secondaries, but she's not really getting much closer either. Okay, so the DDs are on the way back. Octavia detach. Rest of the formation. Form up. Why are they doing this like weird stuff? Torpedoes are on the way. Next up, I want the ships further back to launch at that one. Savage. Detach. Retreat. Come on now, get those torps into the soup. Torpedoes are away. Maybe they hit something, maybe they don't. Yeah, I need longer range torpedoes to do that kind of work. In the meantime, I've gotten like too far away from the enemy fleet. My torpedoes are hitting stuff. Okay, yeah. So I think my battleship should be safe. And up here with my main fleet. Oh. Not what I intended. Okay, here we go. Focus the closest battleship. Scratch that, focus this one, which is damaged. Very nice torpedo detonation on this battleship. I didn't know they had torpedoes, but apparently they do. I've done 329,000, taken 25. Zealandia has done 60. Erin has only done 26. Yeah. 7, 1.2, 4,000. So she got some torpedo hits. Plucky, I think. Amazing damage numbers from my heavy cruisers. I'm gonna keep this up until I run out of ammo or the enemy runs out of ships. Heavy cruisers, you can these CLs, DDs, all like really heavily damaged. That one is not. It's about to be. secondaries on the one that's almost dead. Now let's see, check in on the Zealandia. She's being hunted. Octavia. You're not doing too hot, but you have torpedoes and you're alive. If you can just drop those torpedoes in the water, I'm gonna allow you to retreat. Drop those torps, please. Oh, I'm a moron. Torpedoes were off. There we go. Retreat. The Plucky is screening the Zealandia. That's perfect. That's exactly what she should be doing. Did you score any hits? No, presumably not. Okay. Let's head back to the main event. There we go. You use the Q and E keys to pan the camera around, but they're inverted for some reason. You can also like click and hold the right mouse button, but that can get very disorienting if you're doing it while you are like moving the camera around. Okay, we are running low on ammo. No ammo, no ammo. No ammo. Latona, no ammo, main guns. Mohawk, no ammo. Edinburgh, some ammo. Sydney, some ammo. And that's with an increased ammo loadout. Actually, let's finish off this O class. With what ammo I have left. What a massive battle. 21 battleships. If they'd been any good, I would have been in trouble. 38 million, I mean... That's similar budget to my very upgraded Prince of Wales class. These guys. They're just not getting much out of it. O class went down. Down to 97 rounds of HE. AP 30, HE 225. So yeah, just keep this up until I run out, and then I click the end battle button. Are you looking, Zealandia? Where are you? All the way over here. Yeah, you're retreating. Tavia is actually getting to run away. Erin, you can focus this one. As can you three. .7% chance to hit. If I can just sink one more battleship before I run out of ammo, that would be sweet. She's down to 192 rounds of HE. In the future, when refitting my ships, I want them to carry more AP. Okay, end the battle. I'm pretty much out of ammo. So, a huge number of German ships damaged. 35 sunk. Most of those are lighter ships. But also quite a few heavy cruisers. 2, 3 battleships. Like, decent damage all around. Arian, kind of disappointingly, only did 29,000. Zealandia did 60. And the Prince of Wales did a decent amount. The Africa even pumped out 13k before sinking. Relentless, 4 torpedo hits. Octavia, 1 torpedo hit. Savage, 5 torpedo hits. And the Plucky got 5 torpedo hits. I mean, that's decent. That was a long battle. I'm gonna end the episode now. As soon as we are back on the map.
It's probably a longer episode than I intended it to be, being that those two battles were kind of long. But oh well. Kind of long play video formats, that's kind of what I do. And we have a port defense. You're going to see that in the next episode. Goodbye, and take care.